haven't as yet discerned, she said, and she dwelt on the word discerned. I haven't as yet, she'd started again, discerned how it is that I've turned up as I have, here where I am, as here I appear to be. My turnout is not quite what I'd thought, had I thought discernibly. That being said, and having said that, without an accessory after the fact, she was generally unfashionably late. Her name is Miranda. It isn't her fault. She can't understand a fanciful transit, a turn with a zigzag, a turn on an axle, a turn with a twist. Does it next occur to her there's an outside possibility? She's camouflaged inside a nursery rhyme? 24 blackbirds are scathing in the sky. Had she counted up to 24, she couldn't now think why. She can't count herself out, she can't count herself in, she can't count herself accountable for counting down again. But then, the blackbirds aren't bluebirds. The bluebirds aren't black. A single cloud escapes unscathed as a dozen bird songs scatter and break. There's not much to do and there's less to say while the blackbirds and bluebirds are flying away. Not now, not then, not lately. Uneasy as she is and baffled by a second-hand clue to a split second's hoax, it's a crosswords puzzle, it's an unsquared deal gone down. Her heyday is behind her as she rounds another bend, dodging butterflies and bootleg draughts of mead. Skied as a height, unpuzzled and easy, Miranda won't answer for a few stray thoughts going nowhere, slowly, as they please. The day tramps by in hobnailed boots with the belts so wide that the buckles fit to rust. The day's got gaiters and guts for garters. The day tramps by and the day won't say where the belt's been stitched, where the buckle's been cast, how the belt's been clinched, how the buckles fit to rust. Maybe the day's too big for those boots. Hey ho the derry-o, the day tramps over the very idea. The day's got a whole lot of dust sized up. Instructions are missing. Miranda's confused. Must she merely chase shadows of blue by you? Must she chase after shadows interminably due to something along those lines? 5 farthings are flung. The farthings, upended, land near a fairground. The turnstile is stuck. Miranda's surprised. Camouflaged merry-go-rounds swing contrary, swing low. I'd rather abscond, Miranda protests, than hazard a guess as to whether the fairground's fair. Miranda has run out of landings betwixt and between the back of beyond and the front of a moment before. Mariah is making a promise that's broken into a saucer more static than spinning, a saucer that slips through her hand. Mariah's reciting recipes for minimal disaster. She's paid the rent and lives on a floor above the basement artillery store, in no time flat. She's brewed an infusion of dandelion coffee, closes her eyes whilst she moodily blows upon spoonfuls, sipping a wish for each breath. Mariah is holding her breath, bailed up and bruised by the next line after the one ground out. and no one's getting closer to handing over any kind of ransom note. She's a hostage to the same situation, and she has a situation going on. She's living on her nerves in a protectorate of sorts. No option but to street walk down. No option but to street walk out. She takes the time she needs. She's stolen it, stowed the keys to cufflinks, starched, blindfolded up her sleeves. Words made of sealing wax rhyme with her step. I frolicked around on a cool winter's morning. I frolicked and frolicked. Spruce was my spree. I jaunted, and jaunty was frolicked the cool morning. I strolled and I frolicked and frolicked, carefree. Mariah won't count on her rhyme. Rain falls in curtains. She simply can't walk on the sunny side of the street. A blackbird's pecking at the parlour window. There's a cool tin roof near a tagged brick wall. Miranda's in the parlour while Mariah's selling tickets to Fusiliers. They'll fumigate the basement artillery store. Had Miranda had her fascinator with her, she'd have worn a wisp of net, a crumpled flower, beaded yet unforlorn. She doesn't have her fascinator with her, though she wishes. The fascinating fascinator could provide an answer to the blackbirds and the ever-present hobnailed bootlegging. She must wait it out if it's a waiting game. At some point, the turnout was not quite what it ought to have been. It's getting to her gradually. It's getting to the point where she has gotten over getting out of getting on with it. She can't keep her story straight. Mariah tells a story differently. Off the cuff, she's hoping Fusiliers won't detonate the basement artillery store in no time flat. Since it all went past too fast for her liking, too loose to be fastened on pastures of neon, on Ferris wheels frozen, blue against black. Miranda's still disowning difficulties. It was difficult to know for sure. And up with this she will not put, and up with that she cannot put today. Was it any relief to exit the parlour, to zigzag quickly through welters of Ferris wheels, blue against black? Well, it wasn't as if, it's never as if. It's never as if, it isn't as if. It wasn't as if, not ever as if it was.